Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Code. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
All right, I'm about to get started, but it would be great if we get a moderator. This nut job is still in the YouTube chat, as people can see. I'll see if I can get any moderators to show up. This guy's a moron. I'm not going to sit here and moderate him all day. He's just a waste of my time. How much did I earn on yesterday's stream? What stream? I streamed twice yesterday. To be honest, I don't even really know. I'm not paying attention anymore. I'm really not. I don't have to. Which is amazing. Again, what a 180 turn in 1 week. In fact, it was 1 week ago at this very time that I was jumping on the stream with Asmon Gold. 1 week. And what a week it's been. I've doubled my stream viewership. Over 8,000 new fresh subscribers on the channel giving it a look. Certainly, I'm not growing exponentially or anything, but you have to understand that this channel has had no growth. So to have some growth is amazing. You know, after all the hard work I've put in, to actually have a new, fresh group of eyes on the content, enjoying it and supporting it is amazing. It's really turned things around. And by the way, if you ever noticed me doing what I just did, I'm just eliminating toxic people who are here to troll. So the moment I see it, I just get rid of them and I don't even address it. That's, if you see me doing this, clicking around, that's exactly what I'm doing. All right, I'm not even going to talk to them anymore because they're not worth my time. Thank you, Broden. Broden says, don't let the freaks get to you. Stay humble and thankful. Love the future you got ahead. Thank you so much, man. Kind words and much appreciated after, you know, all the stuff that I have been through. So today we're in the Winter Wonderland, as you can see. Nice Winter Wonderland theme. And I hope that you are enjoying the festivities of the month. They will continue all month long. No, the story is not that Wings did not confirm with me. Would you like me to just get this out of the way now? Okay, so Wings of Redemption was supposed to be on the show today. Originally, I was going to have him on the show about a week ago, but then the craziness with Asmon Gold happened. And that all came together so quickly and everything. So I confirmed that I would have him on today. And then I wanted to like touch base with him again over the last few days just to make sure. And I actually spoke with him yesterday morning live when I was on this stream. I talked to Wings and he said, it's 1 p.m. tomorrow. I said, no, it's 12. You know, it's just like we did last time, 2 hours or whatever. And he said, all right, that's fine. You know, we were locked in. We were good. So last night, you know, I'm winding down. I'm ready to go to sleep. And I get a message from Wings, and he basically says that he is not feeling well at all, and he needs to take a rain check for today. And I was like, thank you for telling me, because now that you told me, I can on the fly adapt and change stuff. Like if he had waited till last minute, that kind of would have screwed me over. But because he gave me the courtesy of telling me the night before so that I could actually adjust, I was able to adjust. So I give him props and credit. I mean, it sucks he couldn't show up, but I'm happy that he came and told me, yeah, I'm not going to make it. So last night I said, well, what can I do? Right? On the fly. Well, we could do something that we had just done, maybe that you guys wanted to see more of. Because I see it like this. This is now a bonus stream, right? This is a stream. We were going to have an interview with Wings. It's not happening now. It's going to happen next week is what I said to him. I said, let's do it next week. So let's see. If everything comes together, I'll let you know. I'll confirm with him again when he's feeling better. You know, if we're doing it next week. Hopefully we are. Okay? But in the meantime, I see this as like a bonus stream. Like this is an opportunity for us to kind of hang out and then do stuff that we want to do. And based off of what we did last week on the Black Friday Marathon, it seems like people want these new games. I had tried out Arc Raiders and I had tried out Megabonk. And both games seem to have an audience where people came by and were like, oh, this is cool to see Phil play. I want to see more. So based on that, I said, well, one of the games that I wanted to see if it would work as an actual chill hangout stream was Arc Raiders. It seems like this is the kind of game that as long as you guys are helping me and we talk, it would be entertaining. I don't know if this is the kind of game that I would play by myself, but since it's an interactive stream where we hang out and chill, I think it might work. So that's what I said I wanted to do today. I want to try it out. I'm intrigued if Arc Raiders will work as a stream. Now, for the record, if we play this today and it doesn't work, if it's boring, if no one likes it, if I'm not liking it, and we determine, hey, that's it, that's okay. That's fine. That's cool because this was already supposed to be a different stream that wasn't going to happen. So it's not like this is a waste of our time. In fact, this is actually a pretty good use of our time, I feel. Okay, so no worries there if it doesn't work. But to be honest, I hope it does. I hope that this works out and ends up being entertaining and maybe can become a part of our chill schedule, a game that we bring back from time to hang out. What's the thing that you're most excited to get from your Black Friday bonanza? Man, to be honest, I don't think there's one piece. Like, the thing is, keep saying this every day, the linchpin of this all is the desk. Until the desk arrives, I can't do the setup. Like, there's pieces I can do. I could do the chair, and then I could take this set that I have and I could raise, because this is a raising desk and this is a raising desk, so I could raise the desks up to adjust to the height of the chair. Then I could adjust the camera heights. Well, that camera height would be automatic. This one I would have to adjust in the lighting. But until the desk is here, I can't use the monitors or the monitor arms. I can't really do any big changes. So the desk is the big thing, but that's not the thing I'm most excited for. I'm excited to just have a modern set. For so long, I've been using the weird pieced together Frankenstein set of a monitor way back there on a computer desk that's in my corner. And that's what I use to monitor OBS and YouTube. A laptop sitting in front of me. And that's what I use to monitor both of the stream chats and contributions coming in. A TV all the way on the back wall of my room to the right of me. That's what I use to game on. One keyboard and mouse here that's linked to that screen. A touchpad that I use to control the keyboard or the laptop. Keyboard and mouse here that I use to control my gaming setup. It really is a mess. It's effective. Like, as you can see, I can make content with it, but it's not ideal. And the problem has been the last year, I've noticed a big decline in my eyesight because of it. Like, I'm over here trying to update the leaderboard, and I'm like squinting to see, what the total is to update. I'm like, I can't see what it says. And then I have to refocus my eyes to look at this, to talk to you guys. Then I have to readjust and then look over here. So it's constant focus, refocus. It's killing my eyes. It really is. So now, to have two monitors, one right here that's going to have the chat, the stream, everything on one widescreen, ultra-wide monitor, and then the gaming right here, and they're fully adjustable with these arms. So I could have the chat right next to me as I'm gaming. I just look right here. It'll be literally right here readable, as opposed to now it's like over there and I'm squinting. I could have it right here. It's going to be ideal. It's going to be a much better situation. So I'm excited for the future, for this in general, for the whole setup. Like, okay, so let's talk about it now. All right. So here's what's happening over the next several days. Pretty much everything is arriving today except the desk, which sucks. Because if the desk was arriving today, then obviously I could actually upgrade the whole setup. Like, I could literally spend the whole day unboxing, hooking up, building, upgrading. But sadly, that's not the case. The desk is currently en route to my home. It actually shipped this morning from Nevada.
Store wouldn't take your stolen credit card.
The problem was I paid for it with a stolen credit card, so they declined the charge, and it got held up, but now it's on the way. No, that didn't happen. No, so basically the desk was furthest away. Like, everything else I ordered was in stock near me. The desk is coming from some supplier states away. So it's on the way and it's coming, but I have no idea. It could show up tomorrow, because if they started driving it or shipping it here this morning from Nevada, I mean, all they got to do is go from Nevada up California into Washington. It's not that big of a drive. Like, I know for a fact, because we're playing Truck Sim and we know it's just a straight shot through those western states. And so maybe not that big of a deal. So maybe it'll show up tomorrow, which I would love, but it probably is not going to show up until Wednesday, as they're suggesting. So outside of that, everything else that I ordered is arriving today, including, let me just go through this, okay? So there's one shipment that has the headphone cable, both monitors that I ordered, both of the monitor arms, the Super Mario Lego. All of that is in one shipment, and that supposedly is all coming today, this afternoon. Like, all that should arrive during this stream. Okay, supposedly. But it says the earliest it'll show up is around 1:30 p.m., which is around 2 hours from now. So chances are it will randomly show up at some point when we're probably playing Arc Raiders, but I'm going to have to stop to bring it all in. Like if I have all this stuff obviously on my doorstep, I got to bring it all in. I can't leave, all kinds of shit out there. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Now the chair is also coming, but the chair is coming later today. They're saying it's not going to arrive until after 4:45, maybe as late as 8 p.m. What sucks about that is if the chair arrived, I could build it, I could adjust the height of the set, and we can actually see what the new backdrop will look like, because it won't look like this anymore. It's going to be higher up. Like, you're going to see the higher end of my setup now. My head will probably be like this. Like this. See how different it looks when my head's higher up? It's probably going to be like that. So I would love to do that and adjust the cameras and everything, but I can't do that till the chair's here and we build it and whatever. So if it arrives, maybe we do that tonight, because tonight I have American Truck Sim scheduled, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I'm doing Truck Sim this week no matter what. Don't get me wrong. We're doing Truck Sim. It's just that I don't want to do everything at once. So I don't want to be building everything all in one go. And it would be nice if I could actually build this chair and have it as part of the set for a day or two before the desk arrives. So it all depends. I'll keep my eye on it. I will let you know what happens over the course of the day. Okay. See, once everything's in place, I want to play like everything. I want to play a session of Call of Duty on keyboard and mouse, now on the new desk with the new monitor, and see how it plays and how it affects my gameplay. Because I've been sucking at Call of Duty. Maybe if I actually have this low response time monitor, actual desk setup, everything nice, maybe I'll do better. I don't know, right? I want to just have a chill session with you guys, a more relaxed game. See how that turns out. So I'm excited. Yeah, I heard that's the problem with these Xbox Elite controllers, that they control well, and I'll agree. Like, I like my Elite 2 controller. The only complaint I have was the face button wasn't comfortable, and it made a callus on my thumb playing Silksong. But outside of that, I've loved it. But everyone seems to say they wear out in like a year. So for me, I was around that time period. It was around late summer, early fall last year when I got that controller. And here we are, December of this year. So it's probably about the time it would break, honestly. Critique, I do use keyboard and mouse on the PC for certain games. For example, Call of Duty, I use it. But I don't use it for everything, mostly because it's not comfortable setup. That's why I'm getting this desk and a real chair. Like right now, to use keyboard and mouse, I have to move this way, reposition this rolling desk in front of me. I can't even move my chair. This chair doesn't have wheels. I'm on a chair that sits on a flat base and can't move or adjust. So because of that, I can't even have a keyboard and mouse comfortably in front of me. I have to move the whole desk here, which is stupid. And then it's bad that I get trapped. I can't even move. So once I have a proper setup with a real desk, a real chair, I can roll in and adjust and use everything nicely. Maybe I will use more things or more keyboard and mouse for more games. But right now, it just hasn't been. Like I said, I have the most bootleg setup of any streamer. I really do. I can't wait to have a real setup. That's why I'm so genuinely stoked and excited this week. I have always wanted a proper setup, but I've never really had opportunity to have it until now. Opinion on PewDiePie giving up gaming completely to spend time with his son. Crazy how times are changing. I didn't even know that he was still gaming. I knew that he occasionally still did some video content, like reacting to news and vlogging and stuff. I didn't even know that he still gamed. So he's filthy rich. This is a guy who literally watched other creators, okay, said, I want to do that. Turned on a camera, randomly played a game, screamed. What is that on the wall over there? I'm going to check it out in a second. There's something on my wall. Screamed like a girl at horror games. That's how he got his name, by screaming at his camera like a girl playing horror games. Much like Markiplier and all of them, which is hilarious that they got so big screaming like sissies, right? Everyone likes this act he puts on. It's obvious it's an act. Like, anyone with a brain would be like, dude, he's not actually that scared at the games. He's overacting to be like a cartoon character. People loved the character. So they fall in love with this guy. He ends up becoming this humongous Let's Player, right? And he blows up in popularity. Next thing you know, people are looking at this guy like he's some kind of representative of all streamers and gamers. And it's like, is he really? Or is he just some guy that kind of got crazy lucky and blew up because of, the virality of streaming and things like that. That's the way I see it. Then people say, oh, well, now he did this on stream and it's bad representation for all of gamers because he said this or he did this. Who made PewDiePie responsible for all of gaming? Like, who made him the face of gaming? I wasn't aware that happened. He's just some guy who screamed at a camera like a Muppet or a cartoon character. He got popular. Good on him, right? I'm not shit-talking him. I'm just saying he played a role. People thought the role was funny. Great. What's the problem? Well, the problem is he became a multimillionaire. He was making millions of dollars a year doing this character. And therefore, people put so much undue attention, I feel, on the guy that he had all this pressure. And then sometimes he would make a mistake that any human would make, and everyone would be like holding him to task for it. And the worst part was when people would actually like get hurt because of stuff he did, but he didn't intend for that to happen, right? If he's streaming and he says a word and people are like, what a bad word. Now all gamers are racist. It's like, what? The hell are you talking about? Dude, that's PewDiePie. It ain't that serious. Like, what are you? But anyway, he became ridiculously popular, ridiculously rich. Now he lives, didn't he move to Japan or whatever? And so, dude, he never has to work for the rest of his life. He can literally sit on his ass for the rest of his life and everything's fully paid for. So why would he have to make content? If he says, I don't want to make content anymore, I want to spend time with my family, that's his prerogative, and no one has a right to criticize him for it. Okay? Now, to put it in perspective of me, because, you know, obviously you're asking me this question. You want my take on it, right? I'm not making the question about myself. I'm personalizing the answer towards my own experience and my opinion. If I were ever to become filthy rich, because it ain't going to be through being a creator. I'm never going to go viral like PewDiePie did. I'm never going to have the audience he had. I'm never going to make that much money. Okay? But if I were to somehow become filthy rich right now, maybe, I don't know, maybe I win the lotto or something, right? I would still stream. Even if I don't monetize it, or maybe if I monetize the stream, I give it all away. I would still stream. You might say, well, I don't get it. If you're rich, why would you want to work? Because I love this. I love sitting here chilling with you guys. Like, this is genuine fun to me. While I'm also making money, I'm having a ton of fun. So why wouldn't I want to continue it as like my side hobby? I wouldn't want to do it as much as I do. Like right now, I do it full time as a job. Obviously, what I would want to do is reduce the amount of time that I do it, right? And that's perfectly fine. But I would still do it because it's my passion. I wouldn't ever want to quit. PewDiePie says, I want to quit. Well, that probably means he's not that passionate about it anymore. And you know what? If he's not, then he should quit. Why keep doing something long-term that you're not passionate for anymore, right? There's so many creators out there that they start off small, they blow up, and then they realize I didn't want to blow up. I actually just wanted to be a small-time guy, and now the passion's gone because now it's all big, making tons of money. You got to worry about employees. You got to worry about all this shit. They didn't ever want to do that. They just wanted to make videos and fuck around, you know? For me, that's kind of it for me. Like, I don't ever want to blow up. I just want to be a guy who's just like a normal guy who hangs out with you guys and has a good time. That's all I ask. Literally, that's all I ever want. So if ever it gets like much bigger than that, I feel like I would also maybe lose my passion for it. But if I were to become filthy rich right now, I'd be like, let's stream 2-3 times a week. You know, let's do a chill hangout stream. Let's play a particular game or two. Let's play a game every once in a while. But, you know, I would still want to do it. I genuinely get a lot of enjoyment out of doing this. But to PewDiePie, more power to him. If he wants to spend time with his dude, don't you think that's a noble thing? I have a family now. I'm not in my 20s single. I don't need to scream at a camera like a sissy. I'm not really a hyper intelligent individual who's educated on world events. I probably shouldn't be doing commentary videos on like the Middle East because I'm just a fucking creator who plays games and screams. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of respectable. All right, I'm just going to step back and live my life now. Leave me alone. Sounds good to me. I don't even have a single word of criticism for that. That's seems pretty, you know, makes sense of an attitude to have. Okay, so I believe that's a stink bug on my wall that's crawling up my wall who I need to get out of my house. I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, the stink bug that was on my wall. He's crawling around in this Tupperware right now. See him? So stink bugs are an intrusive species that try to get into your house at this time of the year where I live in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. Now, if you ever get a stink bug in your home, it is incredibly important that you do not kill it. The reason being, stink bugs have a pheromone that they give off when they are in distress. And if you kill a stink bug, it explodes with this pheromone, and it actually will attract other stink bugs and other bugs. I learned this the hard way many years ago when the very first one of these came into my home, and I did kill it. It wasn't, it was actually by accident. I was actually trying to get him, out of the house, and I was trying to grab it, and I killed it by accident. And within an hour, all of a sudden, 1 million bugs had come to the window of my office. I was like, what in the holy hell? So you catch them, and you release them outside, and then you're good. So I'm just going to go leave this bug. I'm going to go walk out my front door and toss it in the front bush, and I'm going to come back. Be right back. All right. Also, he's outside, by the way. I got rid of the stink bug. If you ever see a stink bug, don't be afraid. Stink bugs are not dangerous. They don't bite. They're not poisonous. They're herbivores. But the problem is they are intrusive. Number one, they will eat all your crops. So if you have like a garden, they'll actually go after your crops. So that's bad. And they do try to get inside your house this time of year when it's colder outside. They want to go to a warm place. Well, what's the warmest place? Probably inside of a house. So they try to sneak in, and these damn things, they've been in my house now for 2 straight months. They keep sneaking in. Ever since September, they've been coming in nonstop. I find one like once a week. I have to get it out of my house. I'm not shocked that I just found one now, and there might be more. So, Dickers ate his daughter's eyes. Did a $5 super chat. Stink bug Diddy party at Phil's place tomorrow. Absolutely not. No Diddy parties at my place whatsoever. Stay out. And by the way, again, thank you to those who helped me shop. I saved around $600 buying it all on Black Friday. I believe it was 4 different items were each significantly cheaper than they would have been if I bought them normally. So I spent a lot of money, but I actually saved a lot of money. And I appreciate people helping me all day on Friday with that. Just in general, how's the workout going? It's going good. Last night I did squats. I did I forget what this is called, when you put the dumbbells over your shoulders and you just go straight up like this. And I did my side extensions, which work out your back, and I did push-ups. So it's basically like back, shoulders, legs, a little bit of chest with the push-ups. That was my workout last night. I looked all these exercises up, and I've been doing them for months, but I never learned the names of them. I just do them. Skeet Hansen, how is my wife your business in any way, shape, or form? Exactly. Why would you ask me a question like that? Really? What would I buy my wife? What does it have to do with you? And why do you need to know that information? Like, what kind of a question or answer are you even looking for when you're asking me personal, intrusive questions? Like, what an idiot. I have no idea, Andrew. I don't pay attention to them. You're asking the wrong person. I don't pay any attention to my detractors. All I know is people who come on here and say stuff about them. I don't watch their content. I don't give a shit. I'll guarantee you this. It's been a week now since the Asmongold interview, correct? I've gotten tremendous extra viewership on my streams. As you can see, if you just take a look at the views right now, I'm pretty much double what I was getting. Like, no exaggeration. I'm about double the viewership that I had before Asmongold, for sure. Okay? Support has been great, has it not? Every stream I'm doing incredibly well. Okay? Couldn't be happier. I haven't asked for a single contribution since I got off the stream with Asmongold. So it's been a week, right? So what exactly do you think they're talking about? Do you think if they're saying something that they're talking about reality? Or do you think that they're just talking about their useless, nonsensical memes, their garbage content that completely lies, over-exaggerates? Because in their minds, as I explained to Asmongold, whenever I do something to improve myself, they just move the goalpost to the next thing. So if it's not that my content sucks and I don't have the best quality content, I'm a dinosaur, I'm behind the times. If it's not that I rage too much, I blame the game developers, all of that. If it's not that I'm playing mobile games and spending all my money on WWE champions. If it's not that, oh, well, now he just sits around and begs all day. So what's the next thing? Because you know there's a next thing. There will never not be a next thing. That's how they are. But for me, I don't care. I'm already on to my better life for a whole week now. I don't have to worry about anything. I just chill with you guys and have a great time every day, and I'm happy. So why do I give a crap what they're doing to cope for the fact that now I have changed for the better, and all the things that they have said are bullshit, and there's nothing else for them to really have a gripe with? That there's 5 million other people out there that are far worse than me, that are doing things right now that they should not agree with, yet they're still making content about me, right? Like, why would I care? Let them make their content, and I don't care at all about what they say and do. You know, that's it. Don't give a shit. None of their criticisms are valid, so why do I give a shit? You guys, if you want to criticize me and say, hey, let's improve this way or that way, I'll listen to you. I ain't going to listen to these people who they benefit by saying that I'm bad in some way. Because then what's their benefit to ever having me improve? There is none. They want me to be this joke so they can make money, right? Make their videos. So I don't listen to their crap. I don't give a shit. And if you don't want me to ever talk about them again, don't ever ask about them, and I won't talk about them again. Because you notice I don't unless you guys ask me. So if you don't want to talk about it, don't ask me about it. My audience, and when I say my audience, I mean my audience that I've had for years, not this newfound audience that I got in the last week. But my audience generally don't like watching me play retro games. And that, for me, it is disappointing because I'm a child of the 90s. I grew up in the 80s, but I was playing gaming in the 90s and as a teenager. My formative years of gaming were based around games like Final Fantasy 4 and 6, Chrono Trigger, Zelda, Link to the Past, Super Mario World, Street Fighter 2, right? These are the games I grew up absolutely loving. And I would love to play these games for a modern audience. But whenever I try, I don't get much interest. Case in point, it was 2-3 years ago, I played Chrono Trigger because I was just absolutely craving this game. And I played it. I loved it. The playthrough didn't do good. I still played the whole thing, but it's now twice I've played Chrono Trigger, and I said, well, if the playthrough does well, then I'll go back and I'll do all the alternate endings. We'll actually unlock all the optional content or whatever. It never works. It's like, I'll just do the base game, and people get bored and stop showing up, and I'm like, oh, it's frustrating. Same thing happened with Claire Obscure this year, where I love the game. Hands down, Game of the Year contender for me. Not saying it's going to be my Game of the Year, but it's a Game of the Year contender for me. I get to Act 3. Everyone's like, just finish the game and stop playing it. We don't want to show up anymore. We're tired of this game. Play anything else. And I'm like, sucks because I love this game. I want to actually do all the content and unlock it, and I couldn't. Now, with this newfound audience, you guys are committing to come by and hang out and support it. I'm going to play more Claire Obscure this month. I can't wait to go back to Claire Obscure this month, quite frankly. I'm just really excited for it. So I'm excited for the future where I can have more people watch me play the kind of stuff that I like rather than me be limited to always playing new game. Because that's kind of how it's almost always been. If I'm not playing something new, it doesn't really get attention. G-Man, in general, I've stayed away from doing user interactive content simply because my trolls are so bad, they ruin it. I'll give you an example because, again, you guys probably would not know this. Way back in the day, we're talking 10 years ago, every single year, in December, actually, it was around this time of year, I would actually do what I called the Fan Appreciation Series, all right? For about 2 weeks, I would do almost nonstop multiplayer lobbies, fan interactive events, and just generally fun stuff with my audience. So, you know, play some Battlefield together with a party that we all coordinate. Play some Call of Duty. Play some Assassin's Creed multiplayer. Play some fighting games, right? That kind of stuff. And it worked. It was great. For many years, we had a great time with it. And particularly, I remember when it finally fell apart. I think it was Metal Gear Solid 5 had a multiplayer mode. And I made the lobby, and half the lobby was trolls. So because of that, sadly, the people who actually wanted to play and had scheduled time in their schedules logistically. Keep in mind, I have an international viewer base. It's not like everyone's American and we're all here on the same time. It's like I had to figure out streaming times around when people would be there, when they could. I had slots set up, people showing up. You could play now, you could play now. We figured it all out, and we go to play it. The trolls completely ruin it for everyone. They're giving away position. They're teabagging. They're shooting guns wildly into the air, basically making it unplayable. Now imagine you're a fan of mine. You've been waiting years to be able to play with me, It finally gets coordinated. You go to play, the entire thing's ruined by trolls. How would you feel? Shitty, right? So after that, and again, it wasn't just that, it was every game. It ended up being Battlefield, it ended up being Call of Duty. They ruined all of them. And I said, there's no point in doing it anymore. I don't want to give them the opportunity to basically ruin what's supposed to be a positive event for my viewers who like me. So I just stopped doing the events. And instead, I kind of stayed to myself doing single-player content. If I do multiplayer content, I'm just a random that drops into a lobby, plays, and drops out. I've found workarounds to stop the trolling as long as I don't do certain kinds of stuff. And even then, the times that I have attempted to do it, so for example, with Street Fighter, because you're even saying something like, would you play a Street Fighter tournament with your viewers? I've done lobbies, like Street Fighter lobbies, where I say anyone can join, here's the lobby. 9 times out of 10, it's some idiot. Their name is something insulting to myself or my family members, or it's doxing, something awful. I play them, I kick their ass, and then what's the point? No one got anything out of that. They think that they got one up on me for having this messed up name on the screen. Even though I whooped their ass, they're like, haha, mission accomplished. And it's like, so what did I do it for? And by the way, typically they don't do well. Like when I do those lobbies, it's not like I get attention and people are liking the content. It's more like, wow, Phil's just beating up on scrubs. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I whoop on them because they're not there to be good. They're there to get the attention for being there. You see? That's why I kind of just stopped doing that stuff. There was no point. I did it. I think it was a month of lobbies in Street Fighter 6 when the game was new. No one really liked it, and I stopped doing it, and that was the end of it. No, you see, it's not. Copium says, yeah, but dumpstering trolls is fun from time to time. No, it's not. Listen, I have nothing to prove. All right? I don't. I've already won. I'm the one whose life is getting to play video games and hang out with an audience all day on the internet. That's my job. I've already beaten the trolls. The fact that they need to like do fucked up things to try to take stabs at me because they're so jealous and pissed off that I'm successful, I've already won. So I don't need to also defeat them in a game. There's no point. I don't get any self-satisfaction out of beating them in a fighting game. I already know I'm better. I don't need to waste my time. Thank you to Raider Randy for $5. Do it anyway, even if there's trolls. Trolls can still be good content. Nah. No, you see, here's the thing, and this is where I differentiate myself from other people who have been categorized as lolcows, okay, and have done this kind of thing. There are tons of people out there, they get harassed, they're categorized as lolcows, and they lean into the content. They lean into it. Laugh with the meme, play with the troll, give them what they want, keep the circus going. Hell, even self-deprecate yourself, embarrass yourself for money. As long as you're making a paycheck, it doesn't matter, right? There's a saying that I started saying last year in regards to this mentality, okay? Once you put the clown makeup on, it never washes off. What does that mean? It means that once you lower yourself to the level of being a lolcow and you accept it, and now this becomes your reality, your persona, this is you on the internet, so just lean into it, you can't ever go back. Now, you have to do lolcow content, or else you can never get success ever again. You might have once been known as someone who made news reports, vlogging, gameplay, chill streams. But the moment that you become this monetized the lolcow status, that is all you will ever be for the rest of your life, and you have to accept it or quit. There's people who are learning that the hard way right now. And it's sad because I feel bad for these people who maybe got into something they didn't realize they were getting into, and now they're stuck. And they try so hard, and they don't know what's going on. Like, well, think about it. You entertained the trolls. You gave them what they wanted. You took their money. You took their attention. But now that's all you'll ever get for the rest of your life. For me, I've been the one who staunchly fights against it. I don't care what you call me. I'm still going to be legit. I'm still going to make positive content that my viewers are going to be entertained by and support. Therefore, you can call me whatever you want, and you can make up the slander and the memes or whatever. I'm not going to buy into your garbage. I'm going to be successful on my own means by making content that doesn't hurt others or leave toxicity and garbage and just this slop on the internet. Instead, my playthroughs are still going to be there for years to come. So if someone wants to see Heavy Rain from 2010, they can see it. If someone wants to see me play Arc Raiders from 2025, they can still see it. And that gameplay is legit. It's meaningful. It's not harmful. And it's a fun experience to watch no matter when you watch it. It's not just pertinent to the moment where I decided to cash in on a lol cow joke. Instead, it's actual good content. You see? You can look at my body of work for 17 years, and you could argue that early on I was kind of extreme with the way that I did commentary, sure. But you'd be really hard-pressed to look at my content and be like, Phil made toxic, harmful content to the internet to get over. He stepped on people to get where he was. He did horrible things to himself and others. No, I never did. I stepped away from that. I avoided it. I said, I refuse. So that's the difference between me and these other people. Maybe these other people would think, well, the only way I can get money or attention is to do the lobby and have a bunch of trolls in it. I'm not going to do the lobby. Fuck the trolls. I'm not going to give them anything. They don't deserve it. They didn't do shit for me. So why am I going to do them a solid or a favor? You know what I mean? I could have capitalized and tried to bank, but then I would be the joke forever. I don't want to be the joke. I want to be a serious creator like I've always worked hard to do. 17 years, over 68,000 videos. That's my legacy. Not the dunce content some mouth-drooling morons made to capitalize on the algorithm, make a buck on my back by lying about me. That's not meaningful content. That's the slop that melts brains, and the people who watch it are dumb as fuck. Okay? Me, I'm going to make meaningful content that people can come back and like no matter what, maybe actually enjoy games and have a good time. All right? That's who I aspire to be. Maybe I won't ever get there. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I'm going to keep working on it. I'm not going to give up. You know? So, yeah, the fan lobby, I love doing it. Like, I would love interacting with fans and having a good time. How can I do that when all I'm doing is feeding the trolls? Just like people who say, well, if your wife's doing better, why doesn't she come on stream? Because it doesn't matter how my wife's doing. It doesn't matter if my wife is much healthier now and happier and comes on stream. They will still say nasty things about my wife because that's all they want is ammo, fuel for them to make more content. So why give it to them? I refuse. Let them sit and spin and be upset that for the last week they have nothing. All they can do is go back to their old shtick of nonsense that it does not apply anymore. And I'm happy moving forward with my life. It says respect for the self-respect. Exactly. I need to be able to respect myself and the content that I put out to be able to get out of bed every day and come on this stream and make more content. I can't be a person who hates who I am and what I do because I would not want to do this for a job anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be someone who just punches a clock and puts in hours to print a paycheck for myself and my family. I actually want to think that the content I'm making is worthwhile and that worth the time I put into it, you see? And also that it's not slop that's brain rotting the world, because that's the problem. All of this nasty, toxic, hater, detractor content is brain slop that's melting the brains of the world. It really is. It's actually hurting human culture. There should not be a cultural movement to hate on people and crap on people and bully people on the internet. That should be what we rally against. Say, don't do that. That's terrible. That's for dumb people. That's for horrible people. That's not what nice, aspiring people who want to help and improve human society should be doing. But I don't know why people think it's just so fun and acceptable. It doesn't make sense at all. It shouldn't be. We should be calling this out and drawing attention to it and exposing these communities for what they are. Toxic, awful things that are actually, ruining human existence.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.